Hi, I'm Allie Hughes, and I'm against texting and driving. This is my audience. On February 19, 2011, Ashley Jones Davis was killed in a horrific car accident. Unfortunately, she was texting and driving when she left the center lane and went head-on into another truck. Ashley died on the scene. Her family has dedicated countless hours and emotional energy to getting Ashley's story out there. They don't want anyone else to have to go through what they did with her death. One simple mistake changed the lives of so many in just a matter of seconds. Avoiding the terrible ways of texting and driving could literally save not only your life, but also the lives of so many around you. According to don'ttextdrive.com, individuals who drive while sending or reading text messages are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car crash than other drivers, and a crash typically happens within an average of 3 seconds after a driver is distracted. This is an issue throughout all ages, whether you're 16 years old or 50 years old. It's wrong no matter what, but could it be the influence of adults on younger kids making it a bigger problem than ever before? According to don'ttextdrive.com, the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute installed cameras on the dashboards of truck cabs. From video footage, on average, it took 5 seconds with their eyes off the road when drivers experienced distractions. The distance covered in 5 seconds of driving at 55 miles per hour is equivalent to the length of a football field. This just goes to show that a lot could happen in a short 5 seconds, and you could lose your life in a short 5 seconds. This is the minimal amount of time your attention is taken away from the road when you're texting and driving. According to textinganddravingsafety.com, 13% of drivers ages 18 to 20 involved in car wrecks admitted to texting or talking on their mobile device at the time of the crash. Some other statistics from textinganddravingsafety.com include 82% of Americans aged 16 to 17 own cell phones. 52% say they have talked on the cell phone while driving, and 34% say they have texted while driving. I'm currently a senior in high school, and I can't even begin to count the amount of times texting while driving has been mentioned to us as a student body. We have been put in real-life situations and have been shown real evidence from an auto crash that involved texting while driving. The local police department brought in driving machines as simulators, similar to the ones you would see in an arcade, and they had us sit down and pretend to drive while holding our cell phones. In a matter of seconds, the screen would show us either swerving off the road or crashing into another car. It seemed so realistic and made this whole issue an even bigger deal to us because we were shown that our lives could be over in just a matter of seconds. The most eye-opening experience I've had with texting while driving was at a special assembly my school held. We had a guest speaker come in, and at first we thought it was just going to be another one of those motivational speakers, and it kind of was, but it was different this time. The guy started off by telling us about his son and his son's friends, including the fiance of his son. He ended up explaining to us that these kids were all in his son's car one day, and in the blink of an eye, his son's fiance, and the two 16-year-olds from the other car were gone, leaving the rest in critical condition. All of this happened because of the reckless driving of those two 16-year-old girls. The one driving in particular was texting while driving. This one simple text that apparently just couldn't wait killed his own son and the girl his son loved at such young ages. The story was heartbreaking, and it definitely got everyone's attention. But the most eye-opening part of that entire assembly was when he brought all of us outside to be the actual cars from the accident. The van was his son's car, and the other car was the one of the 16-year-old girl who caused the accident. Both cars completely destroyed. It made all of those do not text while driving lectures so much more real in all of our eyes. That very situation that we just heard and basically saw could happen to any one of us in just a matter of 5 seconds. The growing and fearful topic of texting and driving. Why is it so important? It's important because it's really a matter of you wanting to stay alive or not. Texting while driving is a form of risking your life, and also the lives of everyone and everything around you. Some may oppose by saying, oh, we have voice text now, so it technically can't be dangerous anymore, right? No, it's wrong, because according to don'ttextdrive.com, the United States Department of Transportation notes that cell phones are involved in 1.6 million auto crashes each year. That cause 500,000 injuries and take 6,000 lives. During any point of the day, 11% of drivers are talking on their cell phones, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. This may not mean they are texting, but it's still just as dangerous no matter what the situation may be, because you're putting lives at risk by taking your attention span away from the road. According to textinganddravingsafety.com, 77% of young adults are very or somewhat confident that they can safely text while drive, and 55% of young adult drivers claim it's easy to text while they drive. But a study from the University of Utah indicated that the reaction time of a teen driver using a cell phone is the same as that of a driver who is 70 years of age, not using a cell phone. Teens who text while drive spend approximately 10% of their driving time outside of their lane. According to the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute, texting while driving is 6 times more likely to cause an auto crash than driving while intoxicated. One huge question, mainly having to do with the growing issue of teens texting while driving, is how much of an influence are the parents of teens having on them when it comes to the issue? Sure, parents can tell their kids not to text and drive all they want, but is that honestly doing anything, especially when the parents may not be following their own rules themselves? According to CNN.com, 48% of young drivers in a survey said they have seen their parents drive while talking on a cell phone. Talking on a cell phone, even hands-free, results in a slow reaction time if you were driving at or above the legal blood alcohol limit, according to the National Safety Council. 15% of young drivers have seen their parents text while drive. 48% of kids have been in the car while their driver was texting, and 27% of adults have sent or received text messages while driving, according to CNN.com. Believe it or not, kids do watch their parents' every move. So if you're lecturing your kid about not doing something one day, and then you end up doing it another, you're not only being hypocritical, but more importantly, you're doing your kids a huge disservice. I found this anonymous quote that basically sums up my entire speech, and it reads, "My life restarted all over again just because of that one simple text message I was reading." Currently, 44 states, including the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, make it illegal to text and drive. The growing number of statistics should be enough to make you realize what a horrible issue this has become, and it needs to change now. So many lives have been changed for the worse, and even taken. That one text could change your life in a matter of seconds. But it can wait. Think about your life and all the lives around you. Looking down at your phone for just 5 seconds isn't worth your entire life.